Hello everyone, I'm here with a new process video today. I'm working on a 6x12 layout with photos from Philly. We were obviously at the Philadelphia Zoo. And I have these two 3x4 pictures of myself and my friend. And then I have two 4x6 pockets to work with. So I'm not sure if I want this photo at the top or the bottom. Originally I had it down here so that I could have a journaling card up top, or just some kind of like opening thing to say, yep, we're at the zoo. But I'm willing to play around with that depending on what I end up with design-wise. And speaking of, I'm so excited because I bought some stuff and I've been holding this and I want to use it so badly. I just find these papers so fun. They're a little bit kiddish, a little bit whimsical, but I like them. I freaking love this lion paper. I mean, come on. And there's a sticker to match. Now, we didn't see any lions here. Well, we did, but barely. So I think I'm going to save those for a different zoo trip. But there are other things on here that I could use, and I'm hoping I can incorporate them in a fun way. With the papers I have this one. This is the other side, and I don't think I want to cut that to use either of these to become a 4x6. But I do like this. I love the colors on this because I'm wearing green. There is green in here, plus there's green here, and gray is a neutral. There is some gray in here, kind of brownish gray. Here's a stripe as well, so I think it would match. But I also love this paper. How cool is that? This is the backside of this fabulous lion paper. This also has good colors in it, given what we're wearing and what's in this photo. So I'm a little bit torn as to which one to use. I'm tempted to cut them both into 6x12. because I would do that anyway. That's generally how I cut my paper these days because of the pocket styles that I do. And then sort of just play around with it before I actually cut further into a 4x6 piece, because I don't want to cut totally into something and then be stuck and not have enough left for something I might want to do later. So I think that's my plan to start with, and I'll see how it goes. So I tried both of those papers out just to see what I thought, and I'm going to go with this one just because I think this one does have quite a bit of blue in it, and I don't really have any blue. There's a tiny bit of a person's sweatshirt sticking out there, and that's kind of it. So I think I like this one better just because we do have green and orange and brown tones happening. So I think I'm gonna go with that one. But now I have to figure out what I want to use from here. I definitely want to use some stickers. I'm just not sure which ones. I think I have decided I'm going to use this one that says Animal Kingdom. I think that's appropriate. I liked the one that said Zoo Crew, but number one, it was blue. And then number two, I wasn't sure, like, if I wanted it to say that, given that this already says zoo. It seems kind of like, okay, I'm just repeating what I've already said. So I think I'm gonna go Animal Kingdom, and then I have picked out these two pieces of scrap paper. I think I want to put one across here and then layer the sticker over it. This one's a little thin, a little narrow, so this sticker might overlap it a bit, which would be fine. It's also a little bit darker brown. This one is lighter, it's wider, the sticker would definitely fit. I could even cut it a little bit smaller if I wanted to. And it's a little bit lighter, which I kind of like for the hippo here, and then the lighter brown shades. So I'm just not sure. I'm gonna play around with those two before I make my final decision. All right, when I put the sticker on there, I definitely liked this one better. It just pops more, and I love that there's a good contrast with this underneath and then this as the second layer. I just really like the way that looks, so I'm going to do that. And then I put this off center because I noticed they have some matching leaves on here to go with the paper, and so I want to try to just layer a couple and see what I can do with that, and maybe have them partially over, partially peeking out behind the tan. I'm not sure, but I'll play around with it. So this is what I have so far, and I feel like I like it, but it really blends in. So I think I'm actually going to take one of the blue ones, because it seems odd that there's just this blue L at the end and blue doesn't really appear anywhere except, again, that little spot. So I feel like maybe I should tuck this behind here somehow. Ooh, maybe just like that. Let's see. Do I like it? I do. I think. Yeah, I do. I might move this one up just a hair more so it overlaps a little bit more. But I do like it. It adds something to make it feel like this isn't completely random. All right, so I'm happy with this card and the way that that looks, but now I have to figure out what to do with the rest of these. And because this is centered on the left and I have some dead space here, I think I'm actually going to switch these photos, because that way if I want to add something to this photo, I can, and it's not directly on top of this. Plus, over here, I really don't have a lot of space to do anything unless I maybe hang something off the edge on this side. So then I kind of have them alternating left, right, left. To add something to this photo, or even this one, I've pulled out a bunch of phrases that I have, and these are ones I keep in my travel stash. This is travel scrapping, so I think that's okay. I probably have something that will work, but I picked out all the greens, blues, and then browns to see what has a good phrase that might match. I think I found two phrases that I like. I have this one in a blue to go with that. Ready to go, pretty simple. This was on the outside of the zoo, so we were ready to go inside. And then this one says right here, right now, and I love that it's kind of that tan craft color so that it brings out this and these colors. So I think I'm going to go with those. Now this one is right to the edge, so I can't put a staple or anything in there. This one I might be able to in between the white lines there, but we'll see once I get it attached. I have this attached now, and I do think I'm going to put in a mini staple right there. So I will do that. Oh, you know, I never learn. I need to check this thing before I go on camera. Yep, it's empty. I'll refill it and then I'll be back. All right, I've refilled with staples. And for those of you that use this, tell me, are you like me? Do you kind of hoard the staples? I always make sure I have at least 2 packs in reserve. And they come with a ton of them in there, but I just have this thing where if I get too low, I get a little twitchy. So I make sure that I always have enough replacements on hand. All right, there we go. Now that one is done. And I think this layout might be finished, but I'm going to put my stuff away here, put everything in the pockets, and then see if it's really done or if I feel like I need something else. When I was looking at this, I have all of these in the pockets. I think these 3 are fine, but for this I felt like I still needed some of that blue again because I have it in this row and not here. So I pulled out these little different asterisks I have, and I'm wondering if this blue circle here would work. I think it's pretty much the right color. I think I have an acrylic one as well. Is that blue? Yep, I do have a blue acrylic one. So I could either tuck that or use this one. So again, I'll mess around with it, see what I like better, or if I even need it at all. So when I put them up to the photo, I really felt like this one was too bright. Now you wouldn't think it's that big of a difference between them, but when I put these next to each other, I just feel like that's not quite right. It needs to be more muted, which this one is. So I think I'm just going to take it and kind of tuck it behind there like so, and probably just leave it like that, or would it be better to overlap? Well, you know what? I like it both ways. I don't know. I'll think about that too before I glue it down there. So I decided to have it tucked under the arrow, which I like, and I realized another reason why I may have felt like this was a better option is because it's a circular element, and so are these. So not only did the other, the acrylic embellishment not have quite the right blue, a little too bold, but I think maybe because it didn't have the circle aspect behind it, that's why I like this one better. But in any case, this layout is done. So there's the top row, middle row, and the card that I built myself, which I love. So here's another one done for Philly. Thanks for watching.